I had always wanted to study fashion and went to Manchester Met University to do my foundation year. I didn't continue my studies there after foundation as I went travelling and I went straight into industry. However, I fully believe in the education system and the connection it gives you both with industry but also that opportunity to develop your creativity in those early years. My whole career has very much informed my role as Chief Executive at the British Fashion Council. I've been in communications all my life, but in my 30s I started a PR company with a friend of mine, which gave me great empathy for startup businesses, the challenge of grappling with running a business and everything that comes with it, on top of the day job of delivering communication strategies for lots of different companies. And I take all of that empathy and understanding with me into the role that I have today and the startup businesses that we work with, supporting them to grow and develop. The most surprising one is probably the humility of the big personalities and the opportunity for, particularly at times of crisis, for people that you wouldn't imagine to collaborate. And we've seen that in fashion and you've seen it in music. And I think this is when the creative industries are very much at their best. So I think that British fashion and its designers, and indeed London Fashion Week as a platform, have a role not only in terms of showcasing design but also reflecting society and moments in time. We've seen businesses being able to embrace digital, from live streaming shows to the development, of course, of social media campaigns that before 10 years ago really weren't part of designer businesses' strategy. Today, as you see that reflected in terms of body image, in terms of impact of climate change, and how not only our industry is adapting to that, but also how society is as well. So we are 30 years plus of London Fashion Week, and it has changed so much during that time. When we look at the next 30 years, and particularly reflecting on the changes now and how we are consuming fashion, we will very much see it be a hybrid of digital and physical, but informed by society in terms of how it changes for the future. The fashion industry and digital is something that of course are intertwined in terms of how they reach consumers. And I think in London particularly, we see the brilliant young creatives that are digital natives experimenting in how they use different platforms to connect not only with consumers but with industry as well. This will just continue to grow, and of course as our businesses grow internationally, is that they're reaching out through new digital platforms in different territories, understanding, exploring the opportunities and how they're used in those markets, and bringing that back to the UK too. Creativity in the fashion industry is the one constant that keeps us inspired and motivated. It's incredibly challenging times at the moment for everybody, and I think being able to focus on the creativity within businesses and supporting the young creatives coming through from university through to startup businesses is certainly what's motivating the team at the British Fashion Council. It's what inspires us for the future, because we know that those businesses are going to contribute to our cultural landscape for many years to come. The fashion industry and music industry are absolutely intertwined. When you think of punkers, I think you think of Vivienne Westwood and you think of fashion. When you think of the new romantics, you think of music and you think of fashion. When we think about the context of fashion weeks, music plays such an incredible role in the creation of those moments and the emotion of a fashion show, which is why the collaborations of fantastic DJs and artists and designers go hand in hand. When I think of my most memorable fashion moments of MTV, of course there have been so many, but for me it's also intertwined with my favourite music video, which is George Michael's Freedom with the supermodels. It's not only the way it's filmed, which is as a fashion shoot, which I think was the real standout for it, but also to see those characters brought to life and animated when you're just used to seeing them on the pages of magazines was something quite special. And I think that MTV brought that ability to bring personality through the music video and the fashion of its time as well. I can't quite remember the first music video of the time, but I do remember the ones that either I chose to watch time again or that my sisters chose to watch time again. And to give you an idea of our eclectic music taste, there could be anything from George Michael to Madonna to Sinead O'Connor to even thinking about Five Star of the time. The opportunity to bring together MTV, River Island, ICEBERG, and offer a fantastic opportunity for a young student to think about their collection, but also to think about that experience, the music, the moment, and everything that creates a great fashion moment was, or is, a perfect collaboration. The opportunity to see the applications and the incredibly high standard, not only just from colleges throughout the UK, but also from international students has definitely wowed us in terms of creativity, and the judging is going to be incredibly difficult. Enjoy your time at university, push your boundaries of creativity. No idea is a bad idea. And when you finish, just really think about getting experience within the industry, because whether you want to have your own business or not, is that experience will set you in great stead for the future.